So our penultimate event today is this giant circus dumbbell. It weighs 100 kilograms, that's 220 pounds. It's as heavy as me, and I'm very overweight. And you have to then grab this really thick handle. It's as thick as a Coke can, pick it up to your chest, thrust it overhead. It's not just the weight. Derek, it's the sheer awkwardness of this. Now, you're going to second referee this because you are the multiple world record holder in this. Tell me, just how awkward and how difficult is this?
You know, it's ironic. Of all the events for me to be good at, it's an awkward, goofy event, the dumbbell, the circus dumbbell. You want to know, it tests everything from leg and bicep strength, ironically, when you clean it, to obviously shoulder and, you know, your ability to maintain the lockout. You can see numerous guys are going to have a very hard time with the event. It just sucks, no matter how you cut it. It's very difficult. It's very hard. It's a typical Strongman event.
First up, Gary Gardner, and I'm afraid he hit 0 reps with this awkward heavy dumbbell. Nami, the same. Stefan Solvi couldn't rep it either, though he got very close. Lawrence Charlet, just 1 rep. Vilzinski, I'm afraid it was a big 0 for him. So, we've got 2 of Britain's finest here. Mark Felix on the right against Darren Sadler on the left. A wealth of experience between these 2 men. Darren Sadler, though, is been spending a lot of time recently setting up his own gym in near Borough Bridge, Absolute Fitness Gym. Darren Sadler then to get the first one up. Felix failed his attempt. 1-0 at the moment. Ooh, again, Felix just has to give it a little more leg. Sadler bangs it out. Finally, Felix gets a rep. 2-1. Sadler in the lead. Only Charlet had done 1 before this. Oof. Fails again, Felix. I bet Derek Poundstone on the side here is wishing he could do it. He's so good at it. Now, that was no rep for Sadler. The elbow did not lock. Poundstone is frighteningly good at this. We still have Shaw and we have Lalas to look at as well. Those 2 guys are normally very good at the dumbbell. Well, Sadler in the end, it's 3 reps. Mark Felix, just 1. Big Brian Shaw, the final pair. He's up against Vytautas Lalas of Lithuania. Underway. Big Brian, he's a whole lot taller, but he actually gets it up quicker. It's 1 apiece. Shaw now just looking over to see what Lalas does. He's angled himself at the Lithuanian. 2 apiece. You wonder whether he'll just try and stay 1 ahead of Lalas. He is very professional, Brian Shaw. 3 for Lalas, 4 for Shaw. 1 more will put him well in the lead. 5 reps. Now Lalas hits his 4th and walks away. Well, what is that all about? I guess he knows he was going to get beaten. Shaw pumps the fist. 6 reps. And that's it. There's no need to do any more. Lalas will get second. Shaw will take the win. Well, I thought all those reps looked pretty good from Shaw, though I hear the referees took 1 rep off him, but it doesn't matter. Still a win for the big Colorado-based man. He is on fine form. As for Lalas, again, they all look good, but being a professional, he decided to pull up early and save his energy.
Well, I mean, people call you Mini Z. Pretty soon you're going to be bigger than Big Z.
No, I wouldn't say so. No. Big Z is just too big for me, you know. I don't have that height. I don't have that stature, you know. But I'm getting there, though. I'm getting there.
The giant dumbbell is won by the giant himself. Big Brian Shaw, 5 reps, and he was comfortably better than anybody else. Overall then, Brian Shaw is driving away into the lead here. Lalas in second. He's, for the first time, gone ahead of Charlet. One event to go.
Final event here is the Atlas Stones. Of course, it goes from 140 kilos up to 205 kilos. They have to be lifted onto a 4.5-foot platform. I'm here with head referee, former World's Strongest Man finalist, Gregor Edmonds. Gregor, in your day, you're perhaps the best at this. Can these guys actually do that way? I mean, this is a new record for Giants Live.
Yeah, well, the bar has gone up every single year since I left Strongman. And it really has gone up a long way now. The world's strongest man, the last stone, was 165 kilos when I did it. And that was hard then, I can tell you. But now this stone is over 200 kilos. These guys are amazing.
Well, the third stone's 170 kilos. So back then, the final stone was lighter than the third. Brian Shaw reckons he's done 240 kilo stone in the gym. So I think they'll manage all 5. But how quick?
Gary Gardner, 5 stones in 23.49 seconds. Nami, just 4 in 27. Rafa Wilczynski hit the 5 in 33.7. Pedersen, all 5 in 21.56. Dazzling Darren, 5 in 32.9. So Mark Felix then knows he's got to try and get under 20 seconds if he wants to guarantee himself a win here in the Stones, or at least put the pressure on the likes of Brian Shaw, who we know is tremendous at the Stones. So far so good. Little slip there on the 4th. Now to this Big Daddy 5th. Makes it look easy. And Felix, 22.2 seconds is a good time. A lot of British fans enjoying that. Now, it's not lost on the crowd that Lawrence Charlet has lost his second place position to Vitautas Lalas and needs a good Stones here to hang on to 3rd. He did an awful Stones in the previous Giants Live in Istanbul to lose a podium place. There's number 4. This is looking much, much better. And let's not forget, if you get on the podium, you go to the World's Strongest Man finals, guaranteed. And with that stone right there, I think he's guaranteed himself a place at the World's Strongest Man. He should hang on to 3rd, but maybe, just maybe, he's done enough to put the pressure on Vitautas Lalas. It's all down to Lalas now. Who gets 2nd and who gets 3rd? Got to beat that 25 seconds of Charlet. All 5 stones. A little bit slow on the 3rd, but perhaps he's taking this slow and steady to make sure he does it. Number 4 was up easily. Now the last one. 5 seconds to beat Charlet. He's not going to beat him, you know. Goodness me, and if he doesn't get this up at all, it will mean Charlet will take 2nd. Well, that's a huge surprise. Charlet, his worst event is the Stones. And guess what? It's just got him back up into the silver medal position. Now, Brian Shaw, this is just for show. Ooh, little slip there. Perhaps too much show. Got to make sure he does them properly if he wants to win the final event as well. He's won the overall contest, there's no doubt about that. He is the absolute class act today. Brian Shaw, 20.31 seconds, and that was with a huge stumble. And look at down the bottom, Lalas in 8th and last, Charlet in 5th. The overall points then, Brian Shaw is absolutely the champion, but Charlet manages to sneak ahead of Lalas. Felix, though, just off the podium, misses out in 4th.
Brian, from start to finish today was just excellent, really. You've enjoyed yourself, I take it.
Yeah, it was a good contest. You know, I was coming in here to have some fun, and you know, I knew I had a good shot at winning, so it was just kind of a comfortable, you know, I really wish I would have pulled that 440 deadlift. You know, I was really looking forward to that, but you know, 430 is not bad, raw, you know, so it was a good day.
Brian, you know, you're now starting to gather up momentum as the favorite for World's Strongest Man. What do you think of that?
You know, I've got a lot of motivation to train for World's Strongest Man. You know, I have not forgotten what happened last year, and that's in my mind. I think about that every single day, and it just pushes me to work harder, and I'll come in ready. It's hard to guarantee a win at World's Strongest Man, and you know, calling myself out like that, I'll put it this way: I will be disappointed if I do not win. How about that?
All right, well done today. No disappointment about today. Bravo, tremendous stuff.
Thanks, Colin.
Lawrence, you're becoming very good at getting second, but you're probably happy with that in the end, aren't you?
With how I felt today, yeah, I'm very happy. The plan was always qualify for Worlds today. I mean, Brian Shaw is such, I mean, Kaz said it himself, he's the freak of strongman, he's a freak of nature. But today, on some of the events, it showed like he's not unbeatable. And I truly believe that. I believe if I can stay 100%, stop cramping all the time, he's beatable. As good as he is, on the right day with the right events, I can take him.
Well, it was Vytautas Lalas, sadly for him, on the stones, who lost second place. He goes to the World's Strongest Man in third position from this Giants Live, receiving his trophy from Sven Karlsson. Lawrence Shahlaei, joint world record holder in the deadlift. Second place for him today. Maybe one day he will win and beat Brian Shaw, but not today. Shaw is the champion and looks very good for winning the World's Strongest Man title at the end of the year. Well, that's it for this episode. Join us next time in Poland. Till then, goodbye.